Well, I would say Larsa and I are having a wait and see moment. Larsa can wait while I see if I even want to be friends with her every day.
And why? And is that because of the whole thing with
Many
the Marcus
things. Because
thing?
of many things. It's not one thing. It's the observation of different behaviors, different words, different just Larsa being Larsa.
I want to gab. All right, so today we're gabbing with Julia Lemigova from the Real Housewives of Miami. Julia is in her third season of the show, and she has consistently just been an open book about her colorful life, which has been such a gift to this show. It really has. Julia, thanks so much for being here. It's so great to meet you. How are you?
Thank you for having me. Doing great. Yeah, despite that you can't see me probably very well, but I'll get
All
close to
good.
you. All good. All right.
So right off the bat, I do have to say, I know that you have a mini dachshund at home, and my family is a dachshund family, and we have two at home. So I just wanted to, dog people are my people. So I just wanted to connect with you on that, but right off the bat.
I have my Zorro laying right next to me. He's always there.
Love it.
Yeah,
I love that. And then I think I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge just off the top that, Dr. Nicole's father passed away just a couple days ago. And, you're one of her best friends on the cast. And, we saw him on the show a lot. He was a larger than life personality. And we were all so sorry to hear about his passing. How is she holding up? Just in a few quick words.
She's an amazing, strong girl, but a death of your parents is, I mean, it's never easy. You're never prepared for it. I am sure she is, but she's such a positive girl that she just has to hold on. And I being in touch with her almost daily, but I give her space because it's not easy for her. Of course, everybody's probably asking her the same thing, and she will just take her time to really.
Yeah. That's again, we're all so sorry to hear about that. We're all thinking about her, especially this time of year when it's about family.
Thanksgiving, yes. Yeah. I've spent 2 years ago Thanksgiving with her at her house with her dad and her mom, the whole family. So I know how hard it's going to be for her this year.
Yeah, definitely. Julia, we're seeing this season that you have kind of a new lease on life after Martina's double cancer battle, and again, cancer has affected my family, and I think we are still being cancer free, and we're so happy that Martina is cancer free now. So that is something that you never want to stop celebrating. That is just something that it's just such a blessing that she got through that. And I'm just curious from you, seeing her fearlessness and being her caretaker for that cancer battle. How did that change you? How did that really kind of open you up in maybe a new way?
Martina is such an inspiration. She amazes me every day. Her strength, her positivity about life, her resilience can only teach me to be a better person every day. And she helped me the strategy because that's Martina's third cancer. This year cancer knocked on our door, not once, but twice. I just chased all preconceived ideas and fears, the leftovers of them that I already had. I cut my hair and I allowed myself to be me. A lot of times we say, we're going to do something in the future. We're going to go somewhere in the future, but we end up not doing it. Martina and I have a different take on life now. It's now and now. Not more. It's now. Be your best as you know how to be now because that's how you live your life. That's how you take the best advantage. So when my friends call me, some of my girlfriends from the show and say, hey, do you want to have a double date? Like Lisa, for example, the other day, she called me, do you want to have a double date with Joey? And it was already like late in the day. It was like almost evening. And Martina, literally, she was like in the Whole Foods getting some food. I said, yes, before I went to talk to Martina, I called her and I said, darling, change of plans. Well, come back home. We're having a double date. She's like, what? Darling, yes. We're putting makeup, we're putting hair, pajama dinner we'll do tomorrow night. Tonight, late, and we went late, went to Carbon, we had like a super late night, loved it, and she loved it. And it was last year, if Lisa would have called me, I would probably say, oh, darling, can we do it tomorrow? It's already kind of late, can we do it this time? No way, I'm not doing tomorrow, so next week's now. Yeah, perfect. That's how I live my life now.
That's amazing. That's really amazing. And I also feel like we're seeing that in sort of how you approach your relationships with different women in the cast as well. I mean, I think it goes into how you and Alexia reconciled in the premiere, and just kind of, I mean, if again, you mentioned like how if Lisa had called you last year, you probably wouldn't have done it. If somebody had said last year that you and Alexia would be kind of forming this encouraging friendship, it would have been really unexpected to hear. Can you just talk to me about that friendship and kind of how it's been building since you guys agreed to try to move forward together?
It's been so refreshing I think for both of us. We were able to discover more each other's personalities and see what's what. And you will see there is like, you've seen that Madrid so much more that you probably have no idea what you're going to see. Even me, I was so surprised and not, because I knew those things were in Alexia. She didn't show it to me. And I brought something out of her and she brought something out of me. Our first lunch when we saw each other, we had those drinks and we got along just like that. But that's what I mean, like organically connected. It wasn't easy last year or the first year because we didn't know each other. Then we had some differences and some fights, but we opened our minds to new friendships, relationships, and getting to know each other. And now it's paying off.
You said that she brings something out in you. What does she bring out in you, do you think?
To show my cleavage more. My goal is one day to turn Alexia into more like farmer girl. I don't know if I will ever say
you'll switch places.
Or we'll like keep both, right. Like farm
to glam. Yeah.
Glam, exactly. And Alexia loved like when I wore this sexy leopard dress for her. The first question she asked, oh my God, darling, did you get dressed for me? And I was like, of course. So I love this naughty dynamic that we have. We talk about silly things because I want silly, funny, funky things. I so don't want serious. I'm like allergic to boring and serious. So like, give me some fun. I'm game on, talk about sex, talk about love, talk about whatever, but just fun things.
I love that. That's again, it's so refreshing, and that's, I love hearing that from you. That does bring me though to the first of two TMZ articles that have come out recently. And it was one that's about when you guys got to Miami after BravoCon, there was some report that, Adriana and Alexia got in a fight over, and the unnamed source said that it's because they think that Adriana is jealous of this new friendship between you and Alexia. What happened there? Or what can you say about that?
Well, we had a bumpy ride, that's for sure. And even a bumpy, time on the ground. Right. But they definitely have some issues that they haven't solved. And I feel I would need a lot of muscles in my arms to build that bridge that just got a little fracture in it. And, but it's okay. I'm patient. And I really want to see this two connect. I know we're going to have a very spicy, mad, crazy reunion. Oh, yeah. But things have to come out to get better, right? You can't just put a Band-Aid to go deep into a problem, and it takes extra time to be that way. Yeah, I kind of feel like, with Adriana and Alexia, it feels like sometimes they can't help themselves, because I think that there's something in there. There's something in their friendship that just they can't help but sometimes butt heads. And I don't think blaming it on your new friendship with Alexia makes any sense, because they've had their ups and downs for 10 years now, Exactly. And they both have like A-type personalities. They're both Latin, fiery women. It just, okay, I'll try to kind of bring, be the bridge. I really want to see these two be friends.
Yeah, that's great. It seems like the other person that right off the bat, it feels like when Miami came back, you and Larsa didn't really know what to make of one another. I think it was it seemed like a mutual, like you weren't mixing yet, but I feel like last year we saw you turn a new leaf with one another. It lasted into this season, and you seem to at least be at least cordial. I don't know how close you guys ever got, but is that the correct characterization of your friendship with Larsa, or how would you kind of put it into words?
Well, I would say Larsa and I are having a wait and see moment. Larsa can wait while I see if I even want to be friends with her ever again.
And why? And is that because of the whole thing with the Marcus
because
thing?
Of many things. It's not one thing. It's the observation of different behaviors, different words, different just Larsa being Larsa. And that's it. It's a wait and see now. That's the best I could possibly describe it.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's totally fair. And because I feel like, the audience reaction to, her sit down with Guerdy and Guerdy asking her to keep her breast cancer diagnosis to herself until Guerdy could tell the group, and Larsa not kind of, respecting those wishes and telling the rest of the group. Now that you've seen those scenes, what do you make of that whole situation? Because I think a lot of the audience is reacting really strongly to that in a negative way.
And I agree with them. I mean, how can you not?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how can you not? Guerdy was very clear in what she asked Larsa. She used the word incompetent, and she asked her not to share. So there is no excuse of, in my books, to then go and share it with people that she knows, our group of friends, and then for other group of friends. It's just, to me, it's not okay. She got herself in a very messy situation.
Right. Yeah. And I feel like, it's been fun to watch you, Guerdy, and Dr. Nicole, because you all came in together at the same time as full-time housewives. And it seems as though that really bonded you three in a real way, that you're such genuine friends, and you've gone through this whole experience together, and you're still going through it together. Do you think that, do you attribute that to all coming into this whole experience at the same time on the same playing field? Or do you think that you approach this whole experience in the same way? What do you make of, because you three just seem like really, really bonded.
And we are bonded, and we did not right away, because a little bit, because again, it's normal.
Right.
But I think the combination of three of us makes such a fun bundle of friends. We are so different, but yet
so different.
So different, right? But yet so similar. We have very similar humor. We laugh at the same things. We have very similar values. And when difficult situation hits you, we bond. I can call Guerdy now or in the middle of the night, and she knows the same thing for me. And same goes for Nicole. We don't have boundaries, like in a good way. She knows, they know I'm there for them, and vice versa. And it's not for the show. It's had nothing to do with the show. It's really thanks to the show we've met, and thanks for to three of us that we show just put together people they probably knew would really, really connect. But again, it was a gamble, because we could have not, but we did, and I love those two girls.
Totally, and conversely, you and Adriana also are obviously so genuinely connected, and you have such a deep friendship and relationship with one another. And are they as close? Have you brought Adriana sort of into the fold with them, and have they gotten close to her kind of through you? Or how would you characterize sort of that, if you add Adriana to the mix of that, of that foursome? Because we saw you guys all have a meal together recently on the show, but how would you characterize it when you add Adriana into the mix of you three? What kind of effect that has?
So Adriana and I, as you know, we know each other more than 10 years.
Yeah.
I've seen her through different situations, highs and lows. I know who she really is deeply. And of course, girls like Guerdy or Nicole, who met her just recently, couldn't have known the depths and the layers.
Yeah.
But separately, Adriana and I always, we call each other Thelma and Louise. We have this bond. We're great friends. But I always tell her what I think. I tell her the truth. I tell her no. I tell her yes. We have this dynamic. Now, getting to know well Nicole and Guerdy, they trusted me enough when I vetoed for Adriana. When, Guerdy had maybe first season, like some difficulties with Adriana, there was like situation, but Guerdy by now got to know me, and she knew that if I tell her, please trust me, Adriana means well. It's her
Right.
personality. She's feisty, but that's what we love Adriana for. But she means well. She doesn't want to hurt anybody. Just take her as she is, and the girls embraced this great friendship now with Adriana, and everyone is speaking their mind. There is no, oh, I am your friend. No,
Right.
like I don't want to be that. With my good friends, I adore their company equally but differently. And
you don't want to have to like think about it. It's they mix well, right? Totally.
Organic, natural dynamic.
Absolutely. And last thing about the group is, I think it's kind of frustrating, I think, as a viewer, is to see how like Marisol is refusing to kind of give Adriana another chance and kind of move forward with her. There's kind of a blockage there. What do you think of that? And is Marisol really never going to come around to Adriana, do you think? Because she's pretty absolute, I think, in how she talks about it.
Well, like you say in live, never say never, because look what happened with Alexia and I. At least you've seen some of it already. You would ask me that last year, I would have been probably no, but
exactly.
We didn't learn. So I hope for Marisol as well and Adriana that they would open their mind to find it remains complex, their relationship now, same way like my relationship with Marisol remains complex. There's a lot of things to look forward, let's say, to the reunion to discuss, and hopefully that will help. Dr. Andy will help us to kind of get back together. I know we need him. But
yeah,
so
it's another wait and see for the reunion, I would say, probably.
Yeah,
right?
I'm so looking forward. Sometimes people are scared. Oh my God, like what's going to happen for the reunion? But I'm confident that they will know what to do, and we'll all come together. It's going to be crazy and insane.
I'm sure, but I think if you look at it as an opportunity for resolution and a way to move forward, then you should think positively about it as an opportunity.
I cannot wait for the reunion. Like seriously, I cannot wait.
Yes. Lastly, Julia, before we go, I just wanted to touch briefly and ask about your BravoCon experience. I loved all the content that you were posting from it. You posted some great stuff with like Dorinda and Luann, and you had your Farm to Glam booth. What was your single best run-in from the whole weekend?
Being with fans. And on the last day, I spent actually like literally 4 hours. I stand there at my stand, and people were even saying, "Oh my God, we've never seen a Bravo legacy standing that long at her stand." But it wasn't because it was my stand. It's because my line, and I read somewhere, somebody wrote, "Julia created a traffic jam in the last day of BravoCon." How cool is that?
I love it.
And it's like thanks to my fans, because they wanted to take a picture with them. So of course I'm going to stay there longer and give something more to them, more than even they asked for, because they made all this effort to come and see me. I loved it. They gave me such adrenaline. I absolutely loved it.
I think that you have the correct approach and mentality around it, and I think most people have that. Not everybody, but I think that I love that that's how you were thinking about that whole weekend, because that's again why people come, to interact with people. With you,
make us our fans. Exactly, we are here, and people want to watch us, and our show exists mostly because of the fans. So totally. It's a relationship. It's a give and take. It's not a one-way road. I almost never say no to them for the picture, and I love that energy they give me. Such adrenaline.
I love it. Well, Julia, thank you so much for taking the time today. It's so great to meet you and to talk with you. I, on your behalf, am looking forward to the reunion. I hope that we get some resolution and can move forward with some of these more complex relationships. But again, thanks for taking the time, and hopefully we can talk again soon. I want to gab.